Prince Edward, born in 1964, was the youngest child of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip. Growing up in the royal spotlight, his early years were marked by the same grandeur and privilege that came with being part of one of the world's most famous families. From the start, however, it was clear that Edward was a little different from his siblings. His older brothers, Prince Charles and Prince Andrew, followed more traditional royal paths. Charles went on to study at Cambridge, then became involved in royal duties, while Andrew joined the Royal Navy. Princess was similarly dedicated to public service and charity work. But Edward, well, he had his own ideas about what he wanted out of life. He attended Gordonstoun School in Scotland, where he not only followed in his father's footsteps, but was also exposed to a more rigorous and often cold approach to education and discipline. Though the school had a reputation for being tough, it gave Edward a sense of independence. This is where he began to develop his own personality, and rather than immediately diving into royal duties, he pursued his own interests, including theater and the arts. Edward's early life was a blend of public appearances, typical of royal children, and private interests that set him apart from the more traditional routes of his siblings. After finishing his education at Gordonstoun, Prince Edward moved on to Cambridge University, where he studied history of art. This was another step in his non-traditional path, as he didn't follow the military route, which was a common choice for other male royals. Upon graduation, instead of diving straight into royal duties, Edward took a job that surprised many at the time. He entered the world of television. In 1986, he founded Art Productions, a media company focused on producing documentaries and drama series for major television networks like the BBC. This move was highly unusual for a royal, as it wasn't a typical royal job. Most of his family members took on roles in the military, charity work, or royal duties. Edward's interest in media production revealed a side of him that was more hands-on and business-oriented. He quickly found success with his company, which produced notable projects, such as the popular documentary series The Silver Jubilee, A Life of Service for the BBC. His passion for media and film wasn't just about royal duties. It was about building something for himself outside the royal family's immediate sphere. However, despite his success in television production, Edward's business pursuits were not without challenges. Art Productions faced some financial difficulties, and eventually it was sold to another company in 2002. Yet, the experience provided Edward with valuable insight into the media world, and the skills he developed would later influence his role in the royal family. His transition from media mogul to royal public servant demonstrated his ability to move seamlessly between the two worlds, royal and business. Prince Edward's marriage to Sophie Rhys-Jones in 1999 marked another pivotal moment in his life. Unlike his siblings, Edward's choice of spouse was more understated, and Sophie, a commoner, was relatively unknown to the public before their marriage. She was a successful PR executive at the time, with a reputation for her hard work and professionalism. Their relationship was seen as a blend of royalty and modernity, and the public was keenly interested in how the couple would navigate the royal spotlight. The wedding, which took place in St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle, was a beautiful, low-key affair compared to the grand ceremonies of his siblings. Sophie, dressed in a modest yet elegant wedding gown, became the Countess of Wessex, a title that made her a part of the royal family, but didn't elevate her status to the same level as some of the other royal women. Despite being thrust into the public eye, Sophie has largely kept a low profile, focusing on her family and royal duties. This has allowed the couple to maintain a level of privacy and normalcy in an otherwise public life. Together, Prince Edward and Sophie have worked as a team in various charitable endeavors, supporting causes like childhood education, military families, and health care. Sophie has proved to be a strong partner in Edward's royal duties, showing that her background in public relations and communications brought a unique and valuable skill set to the family. Their marriage has allowed both of them to balance their royal responsibilities with personal interests, showing a side of royal life that's less about appearances and more about genuine collaboration. One of the key elements of Prince Edward's lifestyle is his approach to living arrangements. While many royal family members have multiple properties to their name, Edward and Sophie have chosen to live in a much quieter, more private estate, Bagshot Park. Located in Surrey, just outside of London, Bagshot Park is a 53-acre estate with manicured gardens, woodlands, and private spaces perfect for a family life away from the royal spotlight. Though the property is owned by the Crown Estate, the Duke and Duchess of Wessex have made it their home. The house itself is a stunning example of traditional royal architecture with modern flair. Edward and Sophie have managed to keep the details of their home life relatively private, which is a rare feat for royals accustomed to public scrutiny. Unlike other royal estates, Bagshot Park doesn't feature over-the-top luxury or excessive grandeur, making it more relatable and grounded. The family lives here, raising their 2 children, Lady Louise Windsor and James, Viscount Severn, in a more down-to-earth environment than what is typically associated with royal residences. The estate provides a level of privacy that is almost unheard of for members of the royal family, especially given their high profile. While the Queen and other senior royals have homes like Buckingham Palace or Windsor Castle that are always in the public eye, Edward and his family maintain a lifestyle that feels more secluded. It's the perfect mix of privilege and privacy, allowing Edward to balance his royal obligations with a sense of personal space. Unlike many royals who are constantly in the spotlight, Prince Edward has carved out a somewhat quieter public role. After his marriage, he was given several royal patronages and tasked with specific duties, many of which revolve around charitable work. One of his most notable roles has been serving as the chairman of the Duke of Edinburgh's Award, an international youth award program that was established by his father, Prince Philip, in 1956. The program is designed to give young people the opportunity to develop skills, participate in outdoor activities, and contribute to their communities. Edward's involvement in the Duke of Edinburgh's award is particularly important, as it allows him to honor his father's legacy while making a direct impact on the lives of young people. While he doesn't take the same high-profile approach as his older brother, Prince Charles, or his nephew, Prince William, Edward is highly respected for his steady and serious commitment to these causes. Edward's life isn't just insane because of the wealth and luxury. It's insane because it's so refreshingly different from the world we usually see surrounding the royal family. It's proof that, even in the highest echelons of power, there's still room to live on your own terms. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more royal stories.